Libra, hello and welcome to your reading for June. I just want to let you all know I'm a little under the weather. My sinuses are congested, and maybe you're resonating with this energy as well. Or maybe at the start of the month you have major deadlines, and all of a sudden it's like you're taken down. And what I was able to do was find resources today. I was able to implement AI into finding these resources. I did a TikTok video on using ChatGPT and Chinese medicine to ask questions. So I said, let me know what B27, that was the specific area, which is the kidneys, which is usually anger and the root chakra and feeling safe. So what I had to ask myself is, and affirm, I'll be safe if I don't do these videos today, but what kept coming through was just, I want to do them. I want to show up. So if I'm sinusy, drippy, and yucky, I apologize, but it is what it is. I'm sure that you guys have your own passion projects that you're wanting to show up to, and those are the ones that you're meant to be doing. So if you're looking, for your purpose and you're stuck, what is that thing that you can't wait for? Like you can't wait for to start. Like you look forward to it. It's something that time goes by and you are absolutely present, because that's what you guys are up for. Right now we're getting a ninth house transit. So throughout the month of June, we're going to be coming into belief, travel plans, maybe even traveling during the month of June. I will be taking a trip. My husband and I will be having what I'm calling our second honeymoon. We're going to go to the Southern Hemisphere, Australia, during the winter solstice for Australia, but summer solstice around June 20th. And I just want to set you all up to do some sort of ceremony. If you're a Libra sun and you end up having a Cancer rising, you can do a whole ceremony to create energy around your identity. So Robbie Hunt, astrologer of Bite Size Astrology on Instagram, and she's on Serious Joy. We're being celebrated. 6 of fire jumped out. It's on the floor. Can I get you? Can you come with me? Thank you. There might even be some envy around how much you're celebrated, because it's like through this energy of being present, you're starting to just show yourself, Libra, and your identity is blowing people away. People are so mesmerized by you. Mantra Shakti. It's like you are speaking things and people are developing mantras around it. People are feeling super affirmed. They feel like you are taking them out of their day-to-day mundane world and lifting them up and supporting them in ways that they've been seeking their whole life. And that's nothing you can fake. It's something that's so real that it dissolves the illusions that people might have been under. Maybe they're poets that you're inspiring to start writing with more deliberateness, and that's helping them to heal their inner child. That came through very specifically, and I had a specific interaction with a poet to where I was encouraging them as much as I could in that moment with just being present with them and witnessing. Mantra Shakti. Her voice creates and dissolves universes. Her vibration within our soul creates our life path. You have the sacred power of voice. How shall you express it? To call for effective divine assistance in all ways. I call for effective divine assistance in all ways right now, forever. Amen. Do not allow negative thought or speech to undermine your inner spiritual connection. Claim your voice and your power to create. Listen for inner guidance and then set your course in motion. Though it may not yet be visible in your physical world, a new order is generating within the soul. In time, it shall manifest in transformed physical conditions. So today, in order to get to this energy of being like, I'm now not flatlining, like I'm literally fighting for my life and I'm better. I did a lot of Qigong on YouTube. There's this woman, her name is Lu Chen. She's amazing. She teaches Chinese medicine and she gives us various exercises that feel so good to me. Like I've been a yogi for most of my life and I've never really experienced Qigong firsthand. I did a lot of that. I did a yoga nidra. I ate outside, took my time. I listened to my favorite podcast, Namaste Today from Serious Joy, and the most recent interview. And I really had to sit with myself and say, am I good to come forward and do this work? And the truth is we have medicine that can make us sick if we're not putting it out into the world. But then also what Sensei spoke to in the specific most recent interview with, I feel her name is Jennifer. I don't know her last name. But she's a doctor of indigenous medicine and studies. She's an intuitive medic, and she had a lot of really amazing wealth to share. She has a course as well. There's a level of our mana poisoning us until we learn how to give it to the world. But then also, she said that there are people who get sick during their lifetime, but what that gives them is students on how to take care of themselves. So I definitely had people who I was supposed to call today and meet up with, but like, I was really feeling it. I was feeling this energy of, you know, having to really be present with myself, despite wanting to connect with people and meaning to, and even kind of forgetting, like, I have a body of work that I'm making my first solo exhibition for. I have a lot on my plate, but really coming to a place where I could say, I'm safe. And then I found out I have another like 2 weeks essentially to finish this body of work. People are very graceful with me, and those are the people who I'm going to triple down on, be super grateful for, and then the rest can just sort of either adjust itself or, you know, say goodbye, because I feel that with this energy of really needing to take care of ourselves, honor ourselves, affirm that we're safe, affirm that it's okay that we're sick. If we really want to show up to something, we can. And whoever stays, stays. Whoever goes, they weren't really into you anyways. So it's better that they're not entertaining you in ways that would cause entanglements and almost this need to perform and be something for other people rather than self-service as first and foremost. Because when we serve ourselves, we show God, hey, I love myself. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this vessel. I am a temple of your expression. And it can help motivate so many people. There are so many people who need you performing from a place of soul empowerment, from soul enrichment, from love for what it is that you have and what you can provide to the world. All right, so slowly backtracking through June on my computer. There are things falling. Like, this is the second thing that fell. First, it was my dry erase marker, and then it was a 6 of fire. So it's like, I have the feeling mic drops are happening. Like, you're saying what you said, and then drop the mic. And then people are actually, like, super impressed by what you have to say, because you aren't trying to explain it or over-explain yourself. You're just like, this is what I have to say. This is what came through for me. And then leaving it at that. I feel that that keeps the people wanting more, Libra, so keep them coming. Okay. And then also, the sun at 10 degrees Gemini is what really wants to be present for this moment when we're getting through the first week. So I see Venus will be at 10 degrees Gemini, allowing us a very authentic expression of belief in ourselves and a manifestation of that. We have Jupiter, Venus, and the sun in Gemini in the first week. And then Mercury will enter into Gemini. Let's see. On the 4th, June 4th. And I also want to look at Black Moon Lilith. That is at 26 degrees Virgo. So that is a net 8. We are feeling and receiving our reality, our service, how we show up in our workplace, what we do for work, and how the fears of maybe what we wanted to show up as, what we wanted to do, are like very kindly and gently being washed away. Neptune is at 29 degrees Pisces, and it's stationed there. Now I will look it up because I'm really curious. Let's just go a month ahead. Oh, so Neptune retrogrades. That's what it is. It retrogrades in August, but it's going to be in Pisces through to September. Neptune goes direct in January of 2025. So somewhere around the end of December to January 2025. So Neptune has ways of piercing through the veil and showing us things that we otherwise wouldn't know or see. So you can ask for, God to show you things if you need answers, if you're kind of unsure of what next steps to take, if you feel caught up. Neptune is the planet of truth, and we are in delusion when we cannot receive the truth that we deserve to be celebrated, and then that we create our world, and that what we're speaking is actually creating a very beautiful foundation. It's creating a realm for us to really be celebrated, to be seen, to be exalted, because I feel that Libras eat the humble pie. We save ourselves as last because the old way that Libras have been is like constantly thinking of how we can keep people around us so that we can have a mirror to reflect off of. But upgraded Libra 5.0 on Earth 10, we're learning that if we don't manifest something that's sustainable, it's going to see itself out. And now I feel that we've had to go through a lot of things to get to this point, Libra, where we're really upgraded spiritually and we're ready for the real deal. And then that pain that we've been processing, the feelings in our body that we've had to work to heal. Maybe you've been working with spiritual practitioners, maybe you've been working with medical doctors, but there is passion in healing, and there's a passion that we have around respecting ourselves in a very sincere and authentic way. The goddess Pele, 22 degrees. This is also speaking to Chiron, which is in our 7th house of relationships. And it's making sure that we show our true self, our true identity as thoroughly as we can, and that we respect who we are as much as we can, because this is what will lead us into this place where we are speaking our truth, we are being exalted, we're seeing the day where people cherish us, not for, how we sacrifice for them, but who we are, genuinely. So that's why I'm here, drainage going, because it's about who I am, the message that I have to share, not about, I did it up. I took 2 showers today. I made sure to really replenish my body temple as much as I could with the healthiest foods, with the greatest vibes. But also it's like, this is where my heart belongs. I love what I'm doing. I love sharing. And this is something that I feel we're going to get really comfortable with being ourselves because of Chiron moving through Aries. So people can either take it or leave it, Libra, and just know that we don't need to hold on to anyone because it's all just an illusion. And once we lean into the truth, that will set us free. Also, a message for Taurus. So maybe you're healing your wounds around your mother. Look at Taurus's reading for the month of June. Maybe you'll resonate with some of that came through. So, 3rd week of June. The moon will be in our sign. South node will be in our sign at 12 degrees. So the beliefs that the outer world connections have led us to maybe even turn away from genuinely loving ourselves and genuinely feeling our feelings in order to fit into someone else's life, that's going to be breaking off and falling away. We're also going to see that our thoughts with ourselves, where they've deceived us and led us to compromise on our truth. And we're going to be healing a lot of that on this date, June 15th. The sun will be at 24 degrees Gemini. So we're going to be coming into a really savory feeling and belonging with expressing ourselves and expressing our truth and our beliefs, and also going where our heart is calling us. This is also a Capricorn message, is the pilgrimage of your destiny. So maybe check out Capricorn if you're feeling that. Gemini at 24 degrees is a nude man with a tail. Instincts fill the screen of awareness with instantaneous reverberations. You are ready to pick up on whatever comes through magnificently. The skill, the virtuosity is dazzling. Nothing is impossible. There is a space open for the worlds to connect, flooded with impressions, ecstatic with what you can do, spilling over into infinity, showing what we all can do and insisting that it's simple. That's so me. The greatest of gifts, freely manifesting, no strings attached. The future opens and light streams through. The body knows, direct sensing, multidimensional and straight on. It feels like, this authenticity is going to be really empowering. It's going to bring a lot of passion forth from us, and it's going to allow for us to not get caught up in, he said, she said, politics, people gossiping, people, pointing the finger and having things to say about us, because we're going to feel really confident in who we are and what that does for ourselves, which is going to do things for other people and in our relationships. So I think I just said the third week of June, but it'll be like going into that week, into the fourth week. And the sun moves into Cancer, so that's our house of career. And we're going to really love what we're seeing at this point, because I feel that a lot of what has needed to be stripped away will be. So we'll either be getting like signs, synchronicities, connections that can help us move towards what we love rather than away from it, for power and for certainty. There's nothing that's certain. Everything is changing constantly. We're constantly at a state of expansion, creation, and change. And I feel that we're going to have new reasons to come together with our community. Mars will be at 9 degrees Taurus. In our 8th house. So we'll be taking actions to improve what we're speaking into the world, the contracts that we make, the agreements that we make, and how that keeps us in integrity with our identity. North and South node moved to 11 degrees, Aries and Libra respectively. And this is going to be really enforcing a policy of loving ourselves through and through unconditionally in order to get ahead in life. Beyond death life, death of the ego. This is so magical how this happens and comes together. So you will have definitely come into an ascended place, Libra. Goddess Pele, she settled on Hawaii, the youngest island, because she was seeking her lover. I don't know the name of her lover. I can look him up. And I feel like we're going to be starting fresh. We're going to be really motivated to live in our hearts. Sun at 1 degrees Cancer, and then that card Beyond Death Life is 1 degrees. So I want to see Pele's lover's name. So the chant is, the time of upheaval arrives. The foundation of Waiakea is shifting, overturning the very core of the earth. Okay, Lohiao. She journeyed to the Hawaiian Islands from Kahiki, a foreign or mystical land, digging for a place to receive her lover, Lohiao. And she has so many interesting stories in this card deck that I can't even begin. We just have to keep doing readings with that. And then from the Ruby deck, Beyond Death Life, footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. So this is new terrain, Libra, in our career. We are entering the ring, and it's coming to be like, I thought of Lord of the Rings. Personally, I thought of that scary movie. We're not thinking of the scary movie. We're thinking of this after they destroy the ring at Mordor and they're flying on the backs of eagles. There was a meme that said that Gandalf actually meant for the hobbits to fly to Mordor with the eagles. So it's so funny to think that they did that journey on foot. It feels like we're doing that. We're getting a second chance to cruise at a high altitude and to be really in flight. So, of course, this is during the time where it's the summer solstice. So that energy creates energy. If you do a ceremony on the summer solstice, it's going to create a very outwardly reverberating energy to go on forever. So do it in your heart. Do it not for power. Do it for love. Do it for God. Do it for service. Amen. So on the last week of June, moving into July, the sun will be at 7 degrees Cancer. We're going to have some very destined connections that really motivate us to speak things into being at this time. The sun will be at 7 degrees Cancer, Venus will be at 14 degrees Cancer, and Mercury will be at 24 degrees Cancer. Time will tell, but Jupiter will also be at 7 degrees Gemini, so we're going to believe it. And we're really going to see a lot of God-given gifts come out, and we're going to be in a position to really share from a place of exaltation and passion. Libra, June looks amazing for us. I'm so excited to dive into week by week energies with us. And I'm saying us because I'm a Libra too. Libra stellium over here. I look forward to it. Let me know how the month of June is going for you. And if you're experiencing anything like I am, these ascension symptoms, just know that self-care, self-love is the best medicine. We know ourselves best. If you need to see a doctor, go do that. If you need a spiritual practitioner, go find one of those. And just know that I am sending you so much love and many blessings. Aloha.